So Zinave National Park in 2023, I think for many of us working for Peace Parks Foundation, it is one of our favorite projects and favorite conservation areas. What can we look forward to?
Yeah, Zinave has sort of become the new poster child, I think, after Maputo National Park. We're so proud of Maputo National Park and what's been accomplished there. But with the introduction of the rhino in Zinave, it's just changed everything, hasn't it? So 2023 is an exciting year because there's more rhino to come. And there's a big surprise as well that we are in discussions with a few partners that we can't disclose too much about it, but definitely an extremely exciting year with regards to rhino. But something that is also, I think, equally exciting actually is if you look at the logo of Zinave, it is a giraffe, and we plan to bring in quite a large number of giraffe to Zinave in 2023. Speaking to our partner, the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, and in our planning they said it will probably be one of the largest giraffe translocation operations ever undertaken. It was what Zinave was famous for, was for its giraffe. So to bring back the animal, the giraffe population, to the levels that they occurred there before is definitely going to get a big boost in 2023. And it's often not appreciated, but giraffe is one of those species that had the highest reduction in their numbers over the last 50 years of any large mammal. A lot of people don't know that. Zinave will be also an important stronghold for giraffe, the specific species of giraffe that occurs in that landscape. I must say it's not easy to move giraffe, as you can imagine, and it's complex and it's difficult and the distances are vast. So, but we've got the best people, I believe, in the world that know how to move giraffe. So let's see how it goes. But very excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, we all kind of had the same feeling when we decided to introduce rhino. We were kind of, okay, this is a big project, and I mean, how successful?
Yeah, I mean, to move such a large number of rhino over such a vast distance, I think this is the longest distance that rhino has ever been moved, was a real achievement. And to have not lost one rhino in that whole translocation operation was really, since they load it until they offload it, and not lost one over days of travel is quite a big achievement, I think. Yeah.
And I mean, it's one of Mozambique's only big 5 national parks. That is going to unlock tourism, which is going to have a massive impact on the communities around it. So what are we doing in terms of making Zinave tourist friendly? Because at the moment it appeals more to your adventure tourists.
Well, if you go to Zinave now, and if you go to the sanctuary, the rhino sanctuary in Zinave, which is being expanded at the moment as we speak, the wildlife viewing is as good as any park that has been in existence for hundreds of years. I mean, it is really incredible viewing. You can't drive 200 meters without seeing something. It is that good. And I think people will catch on to that it's such a wildlife-rich environment. And for that you need facilities, because you drive quite a distance. You can't drive there and back in a day from Vilankulos, or if you fly in, you have to stay somewhere. So 2023 will be about launching the first tourism concession, not necessarily having then accommodation ready, but the park is ready to launch its first tourism product, which then will, have an ability to have tourists visit the park and stay there, and then it's usually a year or two after that you'll have then the first accommodation. So that's definitely in the pipeline. So, and we have a number of operators that are visiting the park and that are interested to invest, which is always a good sign. You're quite right. I mean, ultimately, the revenue generated then in the park, 20% of that then goes to the community as well. So from a livelihoods perspective and supporting the surrounding communities, that's a very, very important revenue stream then to the people as well.
Yeah. And that's going to take time, right?
It's going
to build
take
up
time,
that revenue.
yeah.
So in the meantime, there's a very exciting project that was launched at the end of 2022, the Hunger Project. What are we looking at for 2023?
The Hunger Project is one of our partners that specializes in livelihoods and resilience of people. They have developed the concept of an epicenter where a whole suite of services becomes available to the communities. Trading, banking, education, health, communications, out of a hub. The Hunger Project will launch 2 of these epicenters around the park in 2023. That will benefit thousands and thousands of people. And like I said, it's quite a diverse support base provided in through the epicenter concept. So again, isn't it wonderful that the park is then stimulating all of this development around the park for the people. And I think the other one linked to that is the RED program, the community-based forest carbon project program actually, which will hopefully also be in a space that can be launched towards the end of 2023. So that's also in the planning, and also again will give significant support at a landscape level to livelihoods, but at the same time looking after the forest. The forest in and around Zinave, the pressure is enormous for these hardwoods to be exported. Unfortunately, it's not well regulated or controlled. So one of the things that we are very proud of as Peace Parks is through our partnership to have stopped all illegal logging inside the park. That was the first step, but also now in the buffer zones, and then hopefully with a carbon program also change the hearts and minds of people to rather protect their trees, being supported to do so through carbon revenue, as opposed to cutting down their own trees and destroying their own ecosystems.
So a full plate for Zinave then for 2023?
A full plate for Zinave.
Okay. But I mean, I look forward to following the journey, and obviously all the adventures, catching a few rhino, I'm sure that's on the card. We have to go and do that again.
Absolutely, can't wait.